Goldsmith and jewelry shop owners, advertising is totally unnecessary unless you actually hope to make money. Now, that is a quote by Jeff I. Richards. He's a professor in Michigan University, or was a professor in Michigan University. And in this video, I just want to show you the discrepancy between advertising in big businesses and advertising with small business, specifically jewelry shops and goldsmith shops, right? So if we go to Ad Library and we think of a big multinational jewelry shop. Now, this is a watch and jewelry shop, but well, you get the idea, right? So Cartier is enormous, right? It's an enormous shop. It's the Michael Jordan of jewelry shops, right? And this company, Cartier, doesn't need to advertise that much to get customers, right? They have referrals, they have word of mouth, right? They have repeat customers. So they don't need to advertise to get more customers. And yet, if you go to their Facebook Meta ads, you'll see that they are running 1,000 ads currently. And these are just the active ads, right? Now, if we go to the Google page, they are running, I don't know how many, they are running 300 ads, right? And God knows where they are running ads more. They could be running physical ads, right? Paper print ads. They could be running TikTok ads, right? They could be running, they obviously are running organic advertising as well, right? So if you go to their Instagram and their Facebook and all this sort of organic platforms, they post a bunch of content, right? So they are advertising everywhere, and they are advertising a lot. Now, these is these are companies that do not need to advertise to get customers, right? And yet they do it. So this is kind of an idea of why even you as a local goldsmith shop, as a local jewelry shop, even if you have an e-commerce shop, you need to be advertising more, right? So if we go to another huge jewelry brand, we go to Bulgari, right? So here they write BV, but you can also write BU, Bulgari. You see that they are running 560 ads. Now those ads kind of look like this, right? So they are videos, they are images. I think they have carousels underneath somewhere here. Yeah, there you go. They have carousel ads, right? And they are just running an enormous amount of active ads, which they are just testing creatives, headlines, copies. They are sending them to landing pages to their e-commerce shop, right? And they are running 560 ads, and those are just the ones that are active. Now we go to the Google, and then you see that they are running 2,000 ads currently, right? These are just the active ones, right? And these are search ads, pay-per-click ads, all the whole thing, right? So it kind of gives you an idea that sometimes us as very small business owners, in compared to these businesses, we are just completely minute. Um, we made we make 2 posts a day and think that we have advertised a lot, and then we get kind of frustrated when we don't have a customer. But it takes an enormous amount to get a customer, right? So what we have seen, this is at least what we have seen when we run paid advertisement on Facebook and on Instagram, is that this is basically what we see. If we get 1,000 people to look at our ads, right, just to see our ads, we get about um, between 30 people who opt in, right? This is very low. And this is just the math consistently that we have seen. Obviously, I'm taking into account the very good ads and very bad ads together, right? So from these 30, we get maybe 5 to book in, right? From that 5, we get 1 to come in, and we actually close them, right? So this is kind of the math, but obviously your content normally is not getting 1,000 views, right? Your ads, if you don't spend enough money, if you don't make enough reiterations on the creative, you're not gonna get 1,000 views, right? You're gonna pay for like a CPMs, cost per mil, a cost per 1,000, right? That's fine, but you need to reiterate on the creatives, on the winning ones, not on the shitty ones, obviously, on the winning ones, to be able to consistently get these sort of numbers, right? Because we don't want one customer per week, right? this is a shitty thing. We want way more, right? So we're gonna have to advertise more. That's it. It's super simple. It's difficult, right? It's not complicated. It's difficult. Okay, so now that we know that if you don't have enough customers, the thing you have to do is advertise more. This is basically how we do it. And I'm just going to show you instead how I'm just going to pull up the organic content of a business like Cartier, right? And then show their ads and kind of show you exactly how we do it, right? And then if you want, you can copy, right? So if we go to Instagram, right? We go to Instagram and then we will look into Cartier's organic content, right? We go here and we're gonna see that they have what 3,900 posts, almost 4,000 posts, right? So these are their constant marketing. Now they do carousels, right? They do a bunch of them. Now they also do videos, high production, right? A lot of photo shoots and stuff like that. Now, obviously, we don't have the budget that Cartier has for marketing, right? But we don't need to, right? We can just put out volume, right? And obviously, we are a local goldsmith shop, so being genuine helps a lot, right? Just super genuine, spontaneous, organic content is pretty good, right? But anyway, we have these bunch of ads, right? And let's take this one for example, right? So we had this one promoting this jewelry piece, right? And then if we go to Cartier's library, we'll see that they will use all of their pieces of marketing to be able to reiterate and mark them as ads, right? And so we have these sort of ads that they will test on their organic content, and then they will just make ads from this organic content, right? So you see all of these things, you will always see them on their ads, right? All the product pieces, all their stuff, right? And that's basically what we do. So this is the process. Okay, I'll just move this thing there. This is the process. So turn on my face. Mm. Camera. Anyway, you won't see my face. Anyway, so this is the process. So what we do is we post a bunch of organic, right? We post a bunch of organic, and from that organic, we take the ones that has engagement, right? So engagement can mean a couple of different things. Engagement can be actual conversion, could be comments, right? Or it could be saves plus shares, right? So this is what we do first. And we do a bunch of this. We do volume, a bunch of this, right? And then you will be able to get, if you have any decent size following, let's say 500 plus people, you will get something out of this volume if you do it for an enough time, enough, an enough period of time, right? So once you do that, we grab the best performing content. We add a hook. We add a CTA, which is a call to action, which is just tell them what to do next, right? Kind of a button, right? And then we take them, we run the ad on Facebook and then on Instagram, feed and story ads. And then we just send them to a contact form, right? They will give us their name, their last name, their email, and their phone number, right? That is when we call them. That's it. That's all we do. And then we get them to come into our store and we sell them really, really expensive jewelry. Now, if you don't want to, let's say, charge a lot, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to charge a lot for your stuff, right? Because, for example, just to show you, if I go to shop now, okay, so we see these sort of prices, right? These are very expensive stuff, right? For the ordinary Joe, obviously. Now they are not selling this to the ordinary Joe, right? But you get my point, right? These are very expensive pieces, right? And they claim that, right? So we sell them a bunch of expensive stuff, and we can also do this by, for example, upsell, right? We can cross sell them, and we can downsell them, right? So we get a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, very less money there, right? And obviously, the discrepancy between the cross sell and the upsell has to be big chunk, right? It has to be a big. There has to be a big difference, right? Between sorry, not the cross sell, the upsell and the downsell. Sorry, not the right. So that's what we do, and then we just do this repeatable process and again and again and again and again. And that's how we get customers for jewelry shops and goldsmith shops. If you have found it valuable, then and want to learn how to advertise like these huge brands that we just make the organic content and then publish them as Facebook and Instagram ads to get strangers to book in-face appointments in your goldsmith shop or in your jewelry shop, then click the link in the description of this video. I will show you click by click how to set up a Facebook ad and how to get leads for your goldsmith shop.